started to fade away. Now my heart says you're leaving. I hope to see you again someday. Why did it have to happen? Why are you in this way? You know I miss you every moment. If it's my handsome, doesn't matter if it's day. I can't stop having the pain inside. This is a last goodbye.
President Trump has restored the idea of America.
Keep America great! Exclamation point.
The Dow Jones made history today, closing over 26,000 points for the first time.
This is a standout report.
He's going to bring all these jobs back. Well, how exactly are you going to do that? What magic wand do you have?
Hand me down the walking cane. Hand me down my hand.
I'm going to bomb the shit out of them.
The collusion delusion is over.
You're fake news.
Unbelievable.
So dishonest.
Mr. President. Mr. President. Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President. Mr. President, are you...
That's enough. Put down the mic.
So much winning. Everything he does.
Every day is NASCAR.
Seems to come out right.
Donald Trump, keeper of promises.
And all it means is just keeping time. Find the world. Did he learn that? Oh, Lord. Oh, help me get away.
I am with you. I will fight for you. And I will win for you.
America is winning again. With your help on November 3rd, 2020, can you believe it's right around the corner?
So you ready? Let's go. Let me hear it.
Make America great again. Thank you, Texas. Thank you. Goodbye, Hillary. Bye.
Okay, I'm on. I'm sorry, I'm a little late today. I had to work. So we got about a half an hour, a little less than half an hour, 25 minutes. What I wanted to do was go through some of the things that we're going to be doing on this show, which I think is one of our more important shows that we will be doing this year in 2020. Yeah, sorry, RM Johns. I had to work. This is my lunch hour, so I'm trying to squeeze this show in during lunch. Hopefully I can get on in time every day. I will try my best. So, what the show is. Hi, Poppy Lane. RM Johns, Beth Duffy. Who else is out there? Earth Citizen. Hey, how you doing?
Thank you very much.
N56 W111. Excuses. Yeah, I work 2 jobs, so I'm trying to get everybody, trying to get every show I can squeeze in there. I'm probably as busy as James. Maybe not. Yeah, this is my lunch. Well, Natalie Joe, how you doing? Okay, the whole purpose of this show is to, obviously, red wave. We need a red wave. We need to win back the House. I'm already hearing out there that we won't win the House. So we've got to dispel that rumor and work hard. Now, I know people are out there saying that we will win in a landslide. Don't take it for granted. We pretend we're behind. Doc and I said this the other night on promises kept. We have to not pretend that we're behind the entire way, even with the presidential election. Now, we will be going through some of the Senate races. If you have, what we need from you is, if you have information on candidates in districts that Democrats are holding. Hey, Grandma Smith, if you have information on districts that Democrats are holding, please send it to us, who their Republican challenger is, so we can get that out there. What we're going to try to do with this show is, I'm going to try first to get my district's Republican challenger against Anthony Brindisi in New York 22 on, and then we can go from there and see if we can't get others on. So Doc Martin will be joining on and off. It's tougher for her during the day because she travels. Hopefully we'll have a sub to fill in. The show will, in the summer, switch over to an early evening show. The time is to be determined. We haven't figured that out yet, but yes, and spread the word too, because the more people we get on, the more information we can get out about who the candidate is in various districts. So we'll be going through, and I found Ballotpedia to be at least the most decent site. So we'll be going through that. I'll show you that right now. So there's Ballotpedia. And we're going to be going through those.
Going to build the wall.
Thank you, I Cracked the Mirror, for following. We're going to be going through all of these battleground districts that the Democrats won in 2018. So, as you can see, Martha McSally lost. You can see all of the red to blue. We have to make sure we get California 10th back. You know, hey, even the California 16th. Let's find out who the Republican challenger is. Let's go for broke on this. We gotta have a red wave this time. We need to get all of these blues switched back over to reds, right? That's the point of this show. We're going to be going through all of these. Here's my district, New York's 22nd. Hasn't gone blue in decades. Unfortunately, it is now. Claudia Tenney is challenging again against Anthony Brindisi. New York had a absentee ballot issue, and I believe in Troy, New York, where people voted via absentee ballot, but they didn't actually vote. My understanding is there was a lot of voter fraud in Troy, New York. I believe that falls in District 22. So we need to make people aware of that if they're not going to vote and they're going to absentee vote, or they are going to vote and an absentee ballot comes in for them, that they need to get that information out and be aware. So, yeah, it's winning_TV on DLive if you're looking for that. And when you're out there sharing it on Twitter, try to add Brad Parscale and Don Jr. and even Trump to the retweets when you share out there, so that Niagara Falls, what district is that? Rat Hunter, Stu Ben, what district? I got New York's up here now. I know they changed the districts, jumbled them up a little bit here in New York. They've got it split so that we always have a Democrat senator, unfortunately, because half gets New York City and the other half goes to the other New York Democrat. All mail-in vote. You can't go to the polls, RM Johns, in California for 2020. So what we're going to do is go through all of these candidates, especially the ones that turned blue, that used to be red. Now, Jeff Van Drew, if he's running and he's a Republican, we're going to leave that one alone. The point is of this show is even if, there's a primary and you're going to want to vote for the candidate in your primary, but if your candidate doesn't win in the primary, you still have to vote red. We got to get the House back. The only way Trump is going to get anything done if he wins in 2020, and I say if, because we don't want to be overconfident. People stayed home in 2018 because they read the tea leaves that the media was putting out there, and people stayed home. District 8. Okay, District 8. In New York, so that's going to be, I'm guessing if it's in New York, it's a red district, right? Most of New York is red. That's why a lot of this is a surprise. I think people got caught off guard. I think people actually believed that the Republicans were going to win, especially in New York, because most of New York is red. And we're caught well off guard with this. My District 22, I mean, it's hard to believe that Berdizzi pulled it off, although he had a ton of help.
Thank you very much.
From the media. Thank you, I Cracked the Mirror. He had a ton of help from the media in this area. So they were basically, his campaign headquarters was WIBX Radio in New York. And they're at it again because they've got Brindisi on TV every day now. They're cycling him and recycling him every day about all the good things he's doing. Of course, it's getting close. It's 2020. They're going to help him every way they can. Hey, Doc Martin. I'm just trying to fill in everybody. You can throw whatever you want out in the chat, Doc, but I'm going through what we're going to be showing on this show. So we're going to be going through the districts, and look at all the red districts, and look at how many of those turn blue. It shouldn't even have been close. We should have won 2018. But, hey, Doc, love you too. We should have easily won 2018, but I think people believe the polls. The polls said that the Republicans were going to hold most of these districts, and lo and behold, I think people stayed home. Now, I know people are saying voter fraud, but you got to get out and vote. You can't rely on them. They're going to cheat, right? So we can't cry after the fact if they cheated. We got to get as many people. District 7 in North Carolina. I see. I'm on lunch, Doc. North Carolina, District 7. Oh, it didn't come up in 2018. There wasn't an election or was this one of the ones that flipped, or it stayed the same? North Carolina looks like it's pretty steady. They didn't have really a whole lot of issues. I can see you, Miss Katrina. So we got about 15 minutes, but does anybody have a question? What I need, what Doc and I need from the audience is to pound us with information about candidates. Once you know who your candidate is, say you're in New Jersey. Well, holy smokes, look at New Jersey. Say you're in New Jersey and your New Jersey is 11th, and you know who the Republican challenger is. Let us know right away. Let us know right away. And even in districts that Republicans hold, we have to make sure we get these people, their names out. So if your congressman is retiring, say Ted Budd, and I'm just throwing this out there, he's not retiring as far as I know, but if you are in North Carolina's 13th and Ted Budd is retiring, you got to let us know who is the Republican that is going to be taking his place. And Beth, where did Doc send me a message? Did she send me a text? So you got to let us know who your candidate is. If the candidate, I know a lot of Republicans are retiring this year, so we got to be aware of that right away and make sure. That's right. We want to make sure we get all the lazy people, Republicans out there to vote, because there's a lot of people out there saying it's going to be a Trump landslide. Don't rely on that. Don't rely on that, please. We got to get people registered. Keep getting people registered. Keep reminding them they've got to vote. Oh, Doc, you didn't send anything. Okay. So you can send DMs to me and Doc at Winning TV on Twitter, or you can send it to the Proton email account, winning_TV at protonmail.com. Okay? But make sure you get that information to us. We need all of you to help. Right now, I'm on my lunch, so I'm going to be doing this on my lunch hour 2 days a week. Doc's going to join when she can. We're going to try to find a substitute while Doc's out. But this is important. We have to fight like hell to get these House seats back, maintain the ones we have, and hopefully flip a few others from blue to red. It'd be nice to see, but we got to work hard. Everybody's got to put in the effort. I'm going to try to donate what little time I have to helping Claudia Tenney. And like I said, we'd like to get her on the show, but we'd like to get others on the show as well. I'm going to start with Claudia. She's in my area. I've met her a couple of times before. It may be very possible to get her on. She's taking a lot different approach than what her Republican handlers had her do in the 2018 election. They tried to keep her off of a lot of different platforms, and according to her, she is going to go in a different direction this time. She thinks she should be on everything she can possibly be on to get the word out, which she should have done. Rockin' America, thank you for joining. Thank you for following. McRae, thank you for following. Spread that information out. Get everybody joining us on DLive, on Periscope, on YouTube. We're on Twitch too. Not many people are on Twitch, but spread those links. Get them out there. The more people that see this show and get information, and at least, if anything, get the name of the Republican candidate, and that they can tell people who the Republican candidate is, because a lot of people are turning off the news. They're switching out. They're turning off. They don't want to hear it anymore. They're tired of impeachment. Look at the numbers with regard to the mainstream media. Nobody's watching the mainstream media anymore. All right? Only us diehard lunatics are watching it. Look at the CNN numbers. Nobody's watching it. And CNN is not going to give you good information. They're going to talk about the Democrat every single time and what all the good things the Democrats have done. So a show like this is important so that you can get the information, so that you can say, hey, I'm in District 27 in New York. We got to make sure we get our people out there to vote for Chris Collins if he's running again. Right? That way you can talk to your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends. At this point, we all have to fight. There's going to get some people that give you nasty looks. Oh, well. Move on to the next one. But you got to get as many people out there to vote red this time. We have to do what they did in England. What did the UK do? They had a massive landslide that nobody in the media saw coming. So we can't believe the media, number one. We can't believe the polls, number two. And we gotta fight.
Thank you very much.
It's up to us to fight. I know the president does his part, but we gotta help him. We got to take back the House. Otherwise, all of the bullshit is going to continue. So get people joining the D-Live. Get people joining Periscope. I don't think anybody out there is really doing a show like this, so we need to really focus, get as many people out there. This is all this is about. We're not going to talk about what Trump does, what Trump's been doing. We're going to talk about candidates, get their names out there, try to get their information out there, their name out there. So we got exactly what Larry Norris Jr. is doing, but we need you to send that to us. You can send it to us while we're live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we'll bring up their names, but you putting the name in the chat even helps others to get the names. Now, a lot of these names, there may be some primaries going on, so we're gonna get the names of the people in the primaries out there, but the winner is the one you've got to vote for. Even if your winner, your candidate wasn't selected as the winner, you got to get the challenger's name out there that actually won for the Republican ballot out there. You got to, even if you got to hold your nose, you got to do it. We got to win back the House, right? If we don't win back the House, what's going to happen? What are the next 4 years going to look like? It's going to be Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, Jerry Nadler, Mad Max Maxine Waters. Right? Do we want 4 more years of that? So it's going to be up to you guys to bring us the names, to get us the information. Send it to the Proton email account. Send it. And I'm trying to squeeze all this in as quickly as possible with 6 minutes left before I got to get back to work. But send it to the, you could DM me at Winning TV on Twitter. Winning TV on Twitter. And that's Winning TV _ at Winning TV _ on Twitter. And get people following the shows. I don't care about, we do have some goals to get to on D-Live, and that's fine. But my point is, the more people that are watching, listening, that's for every one person we get. If they get the name out to 5 people, the name of their candidate in their district out to 5 people, and tell them they've got to vote, that's 5 more people that maybe weren't going to vote. Maybe they were going to sit it out because of all the crap that's going on in Washington, right? So that's the mission. That's the mission of the show. That's our mission statement, to get as many red dots on the winning side as possible. Thank you, Doc. I'm just trying to do whatever I can. I have very limited time. I think we all do, but this is huge. If the Democrats maintain the House, it's pretty much going to be 4 years of the same crap every single day. Do we want to see more hearings with Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler running them? Do we want to see babbling Nancy Pelosi on every TV channel calling the president a criminal? No, we absolutely can put a stop to this. We can do a Brexit-style 2020 right here. The UK did it, right? That was a shock to the media. Look how shocked the media is. Sky TV, I watched a lot of that. They were shocked that this happened in the UK. Now they're moving forward because they have control of everything now. So if Trump has the House back, keeps the Senate, maybe we can even talk about some Senate seats that are in play. Why not? Let's go for broke. We got to go for broke now. This is, I've heard a lot of people say that there's a coup going on. Well, guess what? You've just enlisted in the army, the Trump army for 2020, to take back the House, to win more Senate seats, and to keep President Trump in office. We are behind. We are way behind. The reason why we're way behind is because they have the mainstream media. The Democrats have their right arm out there. every day, day in and day out, pounding the Republicans with the mainstream media. Look at all the free advertising they're getting from CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC. So this is it. This is up to us. We're going to be the underground. We're going to be the actual resistance to this socialist utopia that they're trying to bring to us, which we know is not a utopia. Socialism. That's what they want. Look at all the Democrats that won in 2018 and lied to your faces. Told you that no, we're not gonna be Pelosi puppets. How many of them voted for impeachment? Anthony Berdizzi did. He lied. He lied to everybody in District 22, New York. He flat out said, "No, I'm not gonna." Then he turned around and said that killing Soleimani was a good thing. Because Nancy told him he could. I'm not. He sat around waiting for Nancy to give him his marching orders, and he's a damn liar when he says, no, I'm looking at the evidence. There is no evidence. We all know that. Even Alan Dershowitz said there's no evidence. So that's why we got to get rid of these people.
We're going to build the wall.
David, we're talking about what we're going to do in 2020 on the show is work our asses off. All of us, even the audience included, has to be involved. You have to be involved. You've got to get us the names of the candidates. Send it to us at Winning TV on Twitter or the Proton email account scrolling across the bottom. Get us the names of the candidates in your district. If there is no primary, get us the name right away. If there is a primary, get us all the names. We'll give all the names out. In the end, what we're going to do for the 2020 election is endorse all of the red candidates. Doesn't matter. I know people are going to say, I don't like this guy. I think he might be establishment. Guess what? Do this. Red. Vote red. Otherwise, you're going to see Adam Schiff, little Jerry Nadler, pencil neck, running the whole show for the next 4 years. Or at least 2 years. I don't think I can stomach another month of those idiots. We've got we got a little over 10 months now, right? Or less than 10 months, because the election's the first week of November. So send me the information at the Proton Mail. Doc and I will get the information out there. Doc and I will get the information, the names in the districts. We will help you to help your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends get their names to them and ask them to pass it around. We need a Brexit-style USA election.
Thank you very much.
We need to wipe them out and show them. That's it. Little Jerry Nadler, that's right. We need to wipe them out. Wipe the slate clean. So, thank you for all the ice creams, all the follows. Spread it, spread it, spread it. Get it out there. Get people following. We're going to work to help you. I'm on my lunch hour. So, thank you. Thank you for all the lemons. And you know what? There aren't many lemons, but on Thursday, I will be on time on Thursday, I promise you. 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to get started. We're going to get right into it Thursday. Today was to tell you what I need from you. Thank you, Grandma Smith. What I need from you. Thank you, Boogie. Thank you to everybody who donated ice creams and lemons. Miss Katrina, I cracked the mirror. What we need from you is to send out the links. Tell people to follow. The more people on here, the more names we can spread out across the country. And like I said, as we go along, we're going to get candidates on. I'm going to start with District 22. We're going to start with District 22 in New York. I'm going to try to get Claudia Tenney to do a Zoom with us. Even if it's only for a half an hour, we'll try to get her on. Maybe we have to pre-record it,
Because
but
you'd be in
that's
jail.
okay. I know some on the East Coast it may be too early. On the West Coast, I'm sorry, but we're gonna work across the country, not just my district. We're gonna do the whole damn country. We're gonna do this whole damn list. We're gonna go through all of the candidates that are up for election in the House, and we're gonna hit those Senate seats too. We're gonna get the names out. We're gonna share them. We're going to ask our friends to share them, our coworkers to share them, and remind them to freaking vote. But this needs to be a mandate for Trump. Right? We need a mandate. And we need more than a mandate. We need to win the popular vote so we don't have to hear that bull crap anymore about all the illegals that voted for Hillary. Yes, Boogie's right. The Senate is at risk. Need to hold the Senate, too. So we're going to talk about those as well. Got to win the House to stop Nadler, Little Jerry, Pencil Neck from running the show over there and doing whatever they want, whatever lawless garbage they want, spying on journalists, spying on other congressmen. It's hard to believe. So we got to do the Senate too. We will do the Senate. But we got to win the House too. And we got to vote for the president. Don't just sit around because everybody's saying he'll win. That's all I'm hearing on the mainstream media. Don't believe them. Act like we're behind. We are behind right now because we don't have the House. So spread the links. Get people following. The more people, the better. That's more coverage we're going to get. That's more people we're going to get out there to spread names. And I'm trying to read the chat, sorry. To spread names out there and, get more people involved out there. We need people to volunteer for their candidates and their district, even if you only have very limited time to volunteer. I'm going to volunteer. I have little to no time, but I will find time. Even if it's a couple hours on the weekend. So, and we're going to look at the blue districts too. The districts that are traditionally blue, we're going to throw the name out there of the Republican challenger. We're going to get it all out there. Let's go for broke. We have to. I do have the Restream chat on. Okay, so I got to go back to work. I'm actually late, but that's okay. This is important. I guess we won't have jobs if we're all socialists. We'll be doing whatever Bernie Sanders tells us to do. Or maybe, if you want to sit home and eat Doritos and get a check from the government until the government runs out of money, you're more than welcome to do so. Yeah, I got 3 monitors, Boogie. I'm trying to get used to that as well. So, we will see you on Thursday. Wow. Rat Hunter. Yeah, if you're downstate near New York City, there are very few red spots in New York. The rest of the state, as you know, central New York, most of that has been traditionally red, and I think we got caught by surprise. The Republicans thought they had it in the bag. In District 22, they ran a shitty. I'll be honest with you, they ran a shitty campaign up here, and it wasn't the candidate's fault. From what I'm hearing, the Republicans asked her not to do a lot of things, not to go on certain programs, this one's not friendly to you. But guess what? It came back to bite us. She wasn't out there enough. So, thanks, Boogie. We'll see you on Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Send me your information. Thanks, Boogie. I'll have to look at it. Send me your information. Oh, Klesler Rochester, I know that's hitting some liberal areas, which I'm surprised Rochester with all of the industry they've lost that they would be blue, but that's what's happening here. They're sending a lot of refugees here in central New York. As you may know, Utica has been bombarded with refugees. So yes, we've got to get going. We've got to get rolling. We're already behind the 8 ball right now. So I'm excited to do this. We're going to get the names to you. We're going to get as much information out there. And all of you are going to work to spread that information around. Help your candidates get elected. Do whatever you can, even if it's 2 hours on the weekend and that's all you can spare. That's 2 hours that candidate's going to get for help. So we're going to do everything we can. Send me your DMs and your emails. Yes, it is. I live between the Adirondacks and the Catskills. And it is an awesome area. It's always been red. But we got caught off guard by Anthony Brindisi, who was backed 100% by the local radio station, WIBX. I called that his campaign headquarters because he was on that show, the morning show, every single other day. And when he wasn't on, they were talking about how great he was. So, yeah, I'm central New York, between right around Syracuse, Utica, New York. But right between the Catskills and the Adirondack Mountains. But that's enough of New York. We're going to talk about all the states. So thank you guys. Spread the information out there. Get it out there. So that we can all help each other. Hey, you never know. Maybe AOC can get bumped out. She's not very popular in her district. That's for darn sure. He had a lot of support up here from local radio stations. The guy who does the morning show, he is a liberal. He doesn't make any bones about it. So he had him on there almost every day. And when he wasn't on, he talked about him. So that's a lot of coverage when people are driving to work, when you're hearing the guy's name every single day. And of course, you heard that the Republican candidate didn't do a whole lot, which wasn't exactly true. It was actually a lot of lying that went on. But they send up here at Boogie, they send the families. We have 2 large state prisons out here, and they send their families out here to live so that they can be close to their loved one in prison. So most of those people are from the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. I mean, if you picked up a local paper here and looked at the arrest records, a lot of them are New York City natives or from one of the boroughs. So that's what they do here. If you're shipped to central New York, to a prison, say in Marcy, New York, one of the large prisons, they ship your whole family out here so that you can be close by. Yeah, we've been flooded with an influx of refugees, Muslim refugees, and a large influx of prisoner families. So, yeah, the city of Utica has drastically changed. They're on their, I don't know how many shootings they've had already this year. They had a vigil for a shooting last night, and there were shots fired at the vigil, and some people got shot. So, and that's a small city. It used to be a fairly large city, almost bigger than Syracuse, New York at one time. But they had a mass exodus out of New York. New York is losing more people than any other state right now. So, yes, they do move their downstate residents to here, the middle. So that's why that's why it's changed. So we have to fight. We have to get everybody out there to vote here. Vote red. Otherwise, it's going to be Brindisi in office again. And like I said, he's got a lot of support from the morning radio show. So we've got to fight back. We've got to get everybody out here spreading names, getting the information out, asking their friends to spread the names, and tell them they have to vote for these people. Otherwise, you're going to look at another few years, at least, minimum 2 years, of Pencil Neck and Little Jerry, along with Nancy Pelosi running the show. So, thank you all for jumping in. I'll see you Thursday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and we'll start getting at it. We're going to get right into it on Thursday. So send me the information, spread it around, get people out there following on DLive, Periscope, YouTube, Twitch. If you're on Twitch, get people following it on Twitch. This show will be every Tuesday and Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern, until about mid-June or early June. We may switch it to a early evening show. Miss Katrina, I'll do that on Thursday. Maybe we'll start with Virginia on Tuesday. We're going to go through a state, maybe 2 states every show. It's going to be an hour long, so we'll see what we can do. But thank you for jumping in. Spread it around. Get it out there. Let's get rolling. You're going to be part of the Trump army. We're gonna have to fight back against the coup. And how do you do it? You win, right? We got to help the president. Now it's your time to step up and help him. He's doing everything he can to help us. Now we have to help him. It's time to do battle. It's only 10 months. He's been fighting for 3 years with 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night. So I'm not going to complain. I work 2 jobs and have very little time. But I'm going to jump in there and I'm going to have to do my part. So all of us will have to do our part. Thursday, let me write it down. We're going to start with Virginia on Thursday and then hopefully jump into another state. And if we don't finish that state, we will finish it on Tuesday's show, the following Tuesday, and we'll keep going from there. And then we're going to recycle around. We're going to keep getting those names out. We're going to tweet them out. We're going to share them, right? So on Thursday, just for you, Miss Katrina, we'll start with Virginia counties and the breakdown there. And hopefully, Miss Katrina, I'm going to ask you to get me some names if you've got them already. If there's primaries, who's decided to run for the Republican Party in Virginia counties. So if you can, send that to me on a DM over on Twitter, or you can email it to me at the Proton email account. Thank you all for joining. We will see you on Thursday. Thank you. This is it. You've joined. Get other people to join Trump's army. This is it. This is going to be the army here. You're enlisting. Congratulations.